Hi everyone, in today's class, we'll be dealing with consumer surplus. Now, it is expected of you to know that when we are talking about consumer surplus, we are talking about the buyer side. And the buyer side is the demand side. So, majorly, our focus of attention or our attention will be on majorly the demand function. The first thing we need to do here is to what? Write the consumer surplus formula. And so the formula is given by CS integration of Q naught D naught. Now, having done this, the first thing we need to get is Q naught P naught. So how can we get Q naught P naught? Is to equate the demand function and the supply function, and then we can find our Q naught P naught, so which is the equilibrium output and the equilibrium price. Now let's go. At equilibrium, quantity demand is equal to quantity supply. And so what is our quantity demand? P minus 35 plus Q squared equals to quantity supply is P minus 3 minus Q squared. Having done this, what next do we need to do is to collect the light terms. And so we can say here P plus P comes from here to here, it becomes minus P. This is minus 35. And minus 3 come here, it becomes plus 3, which is what? Minus Q squared. This is plus Q squared. When it goes there, it becomes minus Q squared. So P minus P cancel out. Minus 35 plus 3, minus 32. Minus Q squared, that becomes what? Minus 2Q squared. Negative sign cancel out negative sign. Divide both sides by 2. Q squared equals to 16. So Q becomes what? Square root of 16, which is plus or minus 4. So Q, which is what we are looking for, and it can be written as Q naught, is what? Plus 4. Since it is impossible to get a negative output, it is not possible for you to go to the market and purchase a negative value. How many commodities do you buy today? I bought minus 4 commodities. It's not possible. And that is why we are making do with the word, the positive answer. Now, to get P, what do we do? So, having got the value of Q to be 4, now it is best for us to now get the value of P. So how do we get P? We can get our P from any of the function. Suppose we decide to use quantity demand. QD equals to P minus what? 35 plus Q squared. Now set that to be 0. We have to set it to be 0, which is equals to 0. And in this case, we can say P minus 35. What is our Q? Our Q becomes 4. So 4 squared equals to what? 0. P minus 35 plus 4 squared is 16 equals to 0. So minus 35 plus 16 is going to give us minus 19. So P minus 19 equals to 0. P equals to 19. That P which is equals to 19 is also the same thing as Q naught. So the next thing now, having got our P naught and Q naught, is now to write our formulas out. But before we write our formula out, remember that we are dealing with consumer surplus. And in the consumer surplus, the quantity, the F of Q dQ must be from the demand function. So from the demand function, we have P and we have Q. There, we can make P our subject of the formula so that everything will be in respect to Q. So from the demand function, we can make P the subject of the formula. From here, we can make P the subject of the formula. P equals to, when this goes to the other side, it becomes 35. And when it goes there, it becomes minus Q squared. So let's now write our consumer surplus formula. That is going to be 4, 0, because it is Q naught to 0. And f of Q will be what? 35 minus Q squared dq minus Q naught P naught. Our Q naught is 4 and our P naught is what? 19. Now let's integrate 35. Because we are working in respect to the Q. If we integrate 35, it's going to give us 35Q. And if we integrate Q squared, it's going to give us Q raised to power 3 over 3. Upper limit is 4 and lower limit is 0. Minus 4 times 19 is going to give us 76. Now, in this regard, let's put in the upper limit here. We are not going to be working with the lower limit, since the lower limit will terminate everything to become 0. So we are going to be adopting the upper limit alone. That will be 35 times 4 minus 4 raised to power 3 over 3, everything minus 76. 35 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. So everything here is 140. So 4 raised to power 3 is 64 over 3 minus 76. Now let's work on. From this side, let's find the LCM, which is 3. 1 in 3 is 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 is 12. Write this, remainder 1. And 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. That will be 420 minus what? 64 minus 76. 420 minus 64. 420 minus 64. This will be 6. This will be 11. That will be 5. And this will be 3. That will be 356 over 3 minus 76 over 1. Let's find the LCM. 3. This in this, 3 in 3, 1. 1 times 356 is 356. Minus 1 in 3 is 1 in 3, 3. 76 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18, remainder 1. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 1, 22. That will be 280, 228 over 3. 356 minus 228. 356 minus 228. Right? Borrow 1 from here. Put it here. That will be 16. 16 minus 8. 8. 4. It has reduced to 4. 4 minus 2, 2. And that is what? 128 over 3. 128 over 3. And so our consumer surplus will be 128 over 3. You can put your answer in the decimal place. Or better say, if you can divide through, you can write the answer. You can divide through. But the answer is 128 over 3. Thank you for watching.